Regulation of breathing. In the topic human respiration and circulation, up to last lecture we have studied about the respiratory system in human being and mechanism of respiration. Here if we take the regulation of breathing, in a human being the regulation of breathing is under the control of nervous system and chemical changes takes place inside the body fluids. Now here the rate of breathing in a human adult is about 12 breath per minute, and the rate of breathing in the young one or newborn is about 44 times per minute. That means rate of breathing it is higher in the case of young ones or a newborn. Now if we take the normal rate of breathing is an involuntary process. That means it is not under our control. What? Normal breath. During that normal breathing, steady rate of respiration is there and which is controlled by the nervous system. In the nervous system, hindbrain contains the pons varoli and medulla oblongata, which containing an respiratory center. This respiratory center is helpful to regulate the rate and depth of the breath. Here you can observe the diagram which gave us an idea about regulation of breathing. Both of the things are shown over here. First one, this one is on a central nervous system. In this central nervous system, this one is on a forebrain. In that forebrain, this is on a region of the cerebrum, and this one is in a region of a hindbrain. Hindbrain contains an pons varoli and medulla oblongata. In 10th standard, you may studied about the medulla oblongata. Here, medulla oblongata, which contains an respiratory center as well as the center of blood circulation called as a cardiovascular center. This medulla oblongata contains an respiratory center. How it works? First, chemical stimulus is given to that nervous system. Chemical stimulus, how? Inside the blood, if the level of a carbon dioxide is get increases, it is a chemical stimulus to the central nervous system given by the blood and is detected inside the systemic aorta. Systemic aorta contains a systemic arc or aortic arc. In that aortic arc, there is a presence of center which helps to detect the level of CO2 get increased inside the blood as well as level of oxygen get decreases inside the blood. Both of the things are helps to favor to increase the rate of breathing cause the signals are given to the medulla oblongata. Medulla oblongata takes a decision and gives an order to the intercostal muscles present in between the ribs and muscles of the diaphragm to go for a contraction. When it go for contraction, you know very well, it leads to the expansion of the thoracic cage, inflated diaphragm, and extension of the thoracic cage is helpful to decreasing in the pressure on the lungs, and it brings about the process of a inspiration. Now here you can observe after the process of inspiration it leads to the expiration and is controlled by whom? Breathing center. This is a normal breath, but at some time the rate of breathing is get increases as well as decreases also. It is under voluntary condition. Why? Because forebrain of the human being contains a cerebrum and cerebrum helps to control the motor activity. Then to hold up the breath, to increase the rate of breathing, to decrease the rate of breathing are also under voluntary control but up to certain limit. Here you may have an experience, you can hold the breath for some time to avoid the unpleasant smell to get entered in your respiratory system and into your nose. Instead of that, it is also helpful to avoid the intake of unwanted chemicals present inside the ear and the dust particles present inside the ear, but that thing it can be performed for certain time only. After that you can't hold up the breath. Next one, if we observe the respiratory center located into the central nervous system. The respiratory center present into the central nervous system are grouped into three different groups. First one, dorsal group of neurons located into the medulla oblongata, as we have studied now only about the location and structure of medulla oblongata, which shows an inspiratory center. Then second, ventrolateral group of the neurons in medulla oblongata, which contains an inspiratory as well as expiratory centers. The next, you can observe pneumotaxic center, which is located into the pons varoli, primarily which helps to limit the process of inspiration, slow wave during the sleep, and rapid eye movement at the time of a sleep. So these are the three different respiratory centers, or the respiratory center into the medulla oblongata and pons varoli divided into three groups, which helps to control the inspiration, which helps to control the inspiration and expiration, as well as which helps to control the inspiration, slow down the waves of inspiration and expiration during the sleep, and rapid eye movement at the time of a sleep. A pneumatic center in the medulla oblongata, which works antagonistic to the pneumotaxic center. Antagonistic means opposite action. Opposite action to whom? Pneumotaxic center. It helps to control the non-rapid eye movement, sleep, and wakefulness. Hearing Brewer reflex. During the process of inspiration, when the lungs are get expanded up to the critical point, the stretch receptors are present into the region which get stimulated and impulses are generated. As the impulses are generated are sent along the vagus nerve towards the expiratory center present into the medulla oblongata, as now only we have discussed. We are talking about the inspiration. During the process of inspiration, air is taken into the lungs. When air is taken into the lungs, one can in one can show the intake of air inside the lungs up to certain limit, which can be called as a critical point. As the lungs are get stretched up to the critical limit, the receptors are present over there. They get stimulated and generate the impulses. These impulses are sent with the help of vagus nerves towards the expiratory center. Then these expiratory center stimulate the inhibitory impulses, and the inspiratory muscles are get relaxed. That means now the process of expiration is get started after the inhalation or inspiration. When you go for active inspiration, after certain limit, automatically due to the stimulus or stress stimulus present into the lungs or respiratory system sends the impulse towards the nervous system, and nervous system takes an decision to go for the process of expiration. As air leave the lungs during the process of expiration, automatically the lungs get deflated and stretch receptors present into the respiratory system are not longer stimulated. That means the effect of initiation of impulses into the stretch receptor is get stop over here. Thus, the inspiratory center is no longer inhibited, and as the inspiratory center is not inhibited, further the new set of respiration is get started. These events are called as a hearing Brewer reflex. in the hearing brewer reflex. In short, we can say as we go for active inspiration and increasing in the pressure inside the lungs affect on the ability of stretching of the lungs. Stretching receptors get activated, sends the signal towards the breathing center present in a medulla oblongata. Breathing center in medulla oblongata is stimulated related to the inspiration. The order is given to the inspiratory muscle to exhale the air from the lungs. The pressure on lung is get decreases and automatically the stretch receptors are get relaxed, are not going to stimulate the impulse. As they are not going to stimulate the impulses, the inhibitory effect also get decreases and new set of expiration is get started, is called as a hearing brewer reflex. Now it helps to control the depth and rhythm of respiration. Which one? Hearing brewer reflex, which is helpful to control the depth and rhythm of respiration. The next, it helps to prevent the lungs from inflating to the point of a bursting. Means it should not go for intake of more air inside the lungs after an critical